contributing, the most important parameter to contribute in an organization is what we say is probably like the activeness of the maintainers. So, uh, if the maintainers itself are not active, then probably we cannot make contributions, no matter how good of an engineer someone is, but we cannot probably make contributions in that. So, either either we need to find a way to contribute there, because there are some organizations that have a bit uh, different way of accepting contributions, like they require you to be collaborator or something like that. Or one more that is comparatively easier or comparatively safe thing is to probably move on to the next project or other project, so that it doesn't cost you your time. That is what I mostly do. If I find that okay, maintainers are not active there, and you are not getting the support that you need, then probably it's the time to move on. So that's always the safest strategy. So we will see, because I have couple of things to share related to that, and those are a bit important. See, making contributions is great, but also showcasing your those contributions and uh, channeling them towards a visibility, and that is also very important. If not less than making contributions, then also not very. Mm, It's, I mean, the reason. Let me just share it so that you guys can. Let me just read it for you. So we will soon. This is why this is guys from Perplexity, and he said that we will soon move into a job market where submitting your resume or cold email spamming will drop and near to 0%. The only way to stand out will be to ship something in a real world, useful apps, open source, insightful tweets, etc. Only way we know you love building is if you are already building something. So uh, we will proceed with that later on. First, let's go by one, so we can cover our one-to-ones. Okay. So let's go alphabetical order. So Anamrit, you can go next.
Okay, I was encountering an issue like
Mm-hmm.
Java community is just too gated.
Like
That's my main problem.
gated means uh
Like they do not accept
in what
newcomers.
sense? Like,
Like in openness, rather, I would say.
okay, okay, Java, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I can see. I had not contributed to Java, and Java is not my stack, to be honest. But I mean, so far I have not encountered many projects in Java in open source. Again, there are, but probably I have not encountered those. So also, most of the friends I know who contribute to open source didn't see much of Java, especially in open source. I may be wrong, but Java is most of the enterprise language, so like it you can be true in that case.
So what should I follow next? Like I know C and Java only, and whenever I look on C projects, they are just way too complicated. Like
Yeah.
you have to spend well above like 1 month,
Hmm.
and then you can map the repository out. But Java is a tad bit easier. Like I can work it out faster.
Hmm.
So
Uh,
I'm ending up in juxtaposition. So what should I do?
okay. So basically, what is your preferred niche? Is it the development, low-level projects, the libraries? So what kind of projects you mostly like to contribute to?
It's all time like libraries and low level.
Okay. So if I don't know if it's correct or not, but if I would be uh, in place of you, then what I would do is I would probably learn Golang as well. So because Golang is mostly used in open source for the efficiency and all of that. So I would probably learn Golang and would make contributions in Golang because I may not have seen people in Java, but I have seen a lot of people in Golang. Golang is considered comparatively better than TypeScript and Python, and there are many code bases that are in Golang. For example, as much as I know, Docker is in Golang. Also,
Yeah.
I have seen lots of backend, like lots of open source companies, they have their backend in Golang, and they have their front end in TypeScript. So I would probably go to that way. Also, if your logic is strong in Java, then I don't think so you would face any problem in Golang because Golang is comparatively easier than Java.
Yeah, yeah, it is. But from C perspective, Go will be easier. I know for that, sure. But another thing, like, where can I find easy Java repositories, like where it is accepting, as well as I wouldn't spend much time figuring out.
So like one way is to use you can like OpenSox because see the reason I'm saying OpenSox because I have not seen very much Java repositories on other websites, for example, Algora.io. So I have not seen any of those so far. But on OpenSox, you would be able to find Java repos. So you can like change the parameters. You can select first Java and less competition, then Java, then medium competition, something like that, and try to explore those repos. So most probably you will end up landing at a project that is suitable to you. And if it doesn't work out, then probably then you will have two options. Either you can pivot, pivot not in the sense of you don't have to pivot from Java, obviously, but you can have one more addition in your tech stack that can be Golang, or you can the second way is like continue your search of finding the project. Uh, but most cases, I would tell you right now that most startups, or I would say 99.99% of the startups that are raising funding these days or launching or new products, they don't use Java as much as I know. I have not seen, to be honest, in those last 3 to 4 years, I have not seen a single startup that started with Java as a backend. So again, that's not to demotivate you, but again, that's the reality. So you can move ahead in that. Is it
Okay,
clear?
last question.
Mhm.
Last, I would say that is it possible that you and I can sit for 30 minutes and help me figure things out, like how to
Uh,
swivel around this?
uh, for what?
No, figuring things out a bit. Like if I'm not able to find easy Java repositories,
Mhm.
like if you can help for 30 minutes, maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow.
Yeah, I can. I don't have any problem. But again, uh, I don't think so. I will say something different. Like, even though I try to see, the thing is, let's say you are finding a project and I am finding a project, then it will take both of us, it will take let's say 2 hours. So the same inputs will be there. Like if I will tell you the same inputs. So wait a second, let me just show you right now. Again, there is no problem. We can set up a call and we can be in the meet. But again, just a second. So let me just go to OpenSox and Java projects. Again, also, one good news for all of you guys. So far, you guys have subscribed through a link page, right? From Razorpay, and OpenSource doesn't have any integrated payment. So it is added, and also you guys have been added to the DB, and so very soon you guys will receive most probably a email of premium features, and also you guys will start getting the access of your uh, premium dashboard. So very soon it will be started, And okay, so I click on Java and I can here just click on search and it must load some Java repos. Okay, okay, okay. So there are some projects. Again, ignore this image thing. So this is Java guide. So most probably it's not a project. This is, let's check this one. What is this mall? This is a some sort of, I don't know what it is. It's Chinese or Korean. But it's 100% in Java, 99%. And they have issues there as well. Uh, but it's not active. So last time they had an issue was 13th December. Okay, move ahead with this is Spring Boot, so that's the framework. And Elasticsearch is also in Java. It is active. Last commit was yesterday, and there are the issues. Okay, so have you tried this repo?
No, it's just too big, and it is a bit complicated, like on
Hmm.
higher side.
Hmm. Yeah, it is. Okay, so there will be. This is Guava. I don't know what kind is this framework.
Yeah,
Google
it's
Code.
a collection framework from Google. Yeah, it's complicated too. Like,
Oh,
it's either like 0 or 100. I have got like under tau. It is under like 90 for me. I can
hmm.
figure it out, but I don't know if they're gonna accept that or not. But I just wanna have a backup.
Okay, okay. So see, that is the problem with Java because not I mean it's because the Java is not at least I have not seen Java in like open source ecosystem. It is again the people who are active in Java, they know it better. But mostly the startups, I have focused on the startup parts of the open source. So I know mostly startups use TypeScript or Python. So probably what you can do is you can find some projects this way, and if I find a project in Java, then I will surely ping you there. So I received a DM for a job uh, interview or opening, you can say, from a guy uh, who has a million, more than a million subscribers on YouTube and more than 100K followers on Twitter. Quite famous. Kirat. So it's also pretty close. Okay, so Shiv. Uh, Shiv is the correct answer. That is Striver. So let me just open it up. Otherwise, you guys would think I'm just lying. And also, I'm not showing it for the sake of show up, just to prove a point. And I will prove it in this. I will prove it in the later on. Wait a second. Uh, Let me share my screen and okay. So can you guys see that? Okay. So that was the Thursday, and that's when I received this DM that if you are looking for an opportunity, then please let me know. Okay. So probably, and you guys will know why I'm telling you and why I'm like explaining this thing to you. Okay. Now uh let's come to the what we say our main agenda, that is how to build connections. So the reason, uh, okay, from where should I start? Uh, okay, let's say yeah, there are two engineers, and one is a really goated engineer, and he knows everything from low level to high level, and he is a great one. And but the problem is he doesn't care too much about uh, building building connections or yes, this will be recorded for sure. As much as I know, okay, this is getting recorded, so it will be shared. So let's come to our point. There is one engineer who is really great and he doesn't bothers about building and presence. He doesn't care that to post anything because again he is skilled enough. So why? uh, why he need to post something, why he need to gain followers and all of that. So all of it same is, feels like lame. And there is one more guy who is just average, who is not very great to be on at skills, let's say, but he is a serial poster. He is a serial what we say the what we call it, the shit poster guy, who keep on posting things, and even though people like it, people don't like it. Again, you don't, there is a difference between people not liking you and people hating you. So, so you can afford to be on for the first part. People may not like you sometimes, but again, if people are hating you, then probably you should think about your decisions. So okay, coming back to it. So there is one this guy. So, and in this economy, the current economy we are in this economy, the market will prefer the second guy. And why? Why so? Because even though, let's say, there is something really cool, but how the company know that you are a great engineer? How they know that, okay, you are someone that they can hire? And there is only one way, is to put yourself on the internet, put yourself out. If you keep on thinking that I don't have something to share, I don't have something to build on, and to be, I need to be successful to make an online presence, then you are losing an opportunity. You are basically missing the time where you can build something. When I started this tweeting and all of this, I started coding way early. I started coding in 2022, I guess, 2021, probably by the starting of 2022. But I made a Twitter account in 2023, as much as I know. I had the account, but I was not active. So I made the account, I started getting active in 2023. And if you see my progress from 2021 to 2023, that was very less. I was making shitty projects, just copy pasting from YouTube, and I was just lost, to be honest. Uh, Again, this is not my autobiography. I'm just telling you for the point of online presence, not some sort of emotional thing. So, and from if you see the progress, and from 2023 to 2025, that is that for at least for me, that's like a J curve, because I got most 99.99% of the money that I made, that was in between this period. Uh, all of my work I did, the professional work I did, was in this period. So everything that happened was in this 2023 to 2025 period. Now, you may have a question, and you should have a question like, what changed? I started coding from 2021, then why these changes came only after 2023, when I became active on Twitter? And becoming active on Twitter is not just about connections, and not just about followers. We should not mistake this. The reason people should be building in public, and again, I will explain like what does build in public means. It's not like exposing everything of yourself, or basically doxing yourself. So it's not like that. You can still have a private life while building and but while building in public. And I will show you some examples as well. They are pretty successful examples. So so now the reason why Twitter became a game changer for me, because not because of the followers, and also not because of the connections. Obviously, connections are a great part of Twitter. I got so great connections, and also those connections brought a kind of guidance to me. So the most game-changing part for me, and probably for everyone who come from a uh, what we say a low tier background, that is exposure. So you can work hard, you can be smart, but the only piece that is missing from most of, in most people's case, is the exposure. They basically don't know how things happen, and not how, but what's possible. So if you don't know what is possible, then there is no way you can even try that, because you don't even know something like that even exists. So that's what Twitter did to me. And once you have that exposure part, you know that okay, there are actual connections that you can make on Twitter that may not just lead you to a job, but partnership, project, something else. So this way, you keep on getting the real juice of the Twitter. I don't know if juice sounds good or not, but you get the point. So that's why the reason you should build in public and don't have the self-imposed constraints that I need this to do this. It's not like that. Just start posting and just start building connections. So that is the why part, why we should build. And now come to the second part, and that is the probably hirings and jobs and uh, from this connection part. Also, why I choose Twitter over LinkedIn, that is a whole story. But if I have to say it in a very short manner, then that is a vibe. I don't like, I will not say that, but I like the vibe of Twitter more than LinkedIn. I feel like I'm writing wearing a tie when I type on LinkedIn. So that's the shortest answer for Twitter, for the LinkedIn. But these days I'm posting on LinkedIn as well, so no hate. And now let's come to the hiring and jobs part. So how do these things leads you to jobs and all of that? Again, I'm saying jobs and internships, but these things will lead you to many other things as well, not just jobs or internships. These things will lead you to projects, ideas, some really cool people, and to some people even life partners. So that happens, but that's not my focus here, at least. So coming to the jobs. So there is a guy very recently, and let me just show you. Wait a second. So I have showed you couple of examples of myself. Like I got this DM from this person. I got love from a lovable founder. I got a referral at Blinkit, something like that. So, but here I will show you some other examples so that you guys can. Wait a second. There was a guy called. Mrinal. I don't know what we pronounce it, Mrinal or Mrinal. Okay, so this guy is I really like this guy to be honest. And he's learning some AI stuff, low level stuff, and he keep on posting. Also, I'm a bit jealous because he has more followers than me. So Uh, so that see, you will see this guy keep on posting, and whatever he learned, he doesn't do any magic. You can see here, he doesn't do any magic. He doesn't uh, do some any sort of baiting. He doesn't do anything. And also, I'm seeing this guy for a for a long time, and he had around like 7,000 followers, something like that. But and very recently he has gained more than me. So the point is, this guy keep on sharing whatever he learned, whatever he share, and he keep on getting the impressions and the views. Now, this thing is very important. This thing is a kind of social currency for this guy. And the more social currency you have, the more hireable you are. Because there are founders on this app, there are recruiters, there are CTOs, and there are lots of people who are on this platform. And the impressions this guy gets uh, lead this guy to some newer opportunities, to some new connections. So that is why the sharing in public and building in public is important. And also, you can see this guy is not doxing himself. He's just posting whatever. Again, the face thing is different thing, but at least not sharing locations or not sharing his personal stuff. He's just posting whatever he's learning and still getting a lot of what we say the attention. So, and I can say very confidently that uh, this guy is not unemployed. This guy can get an internship whenever he wanted. So, and that is a cool thing. And just one last example of myself. So, there was a time when I was looking for internships, and I was making some tweets, and those tweets were getting those tweets were getting impressions. So what I used to do it, let's say this tweet went viral, then I used to comment on my own tweet that, okay, if someone is hiring, then please let me know, I'm looking for jobs. And I literally got lots of DMs, lots of calls from the founders this way. And they used to like read my tweet, and later on they used to find that I'm looking for a job, and they used to approach me. So this is how the build in public part, or basically sharing things of your own, lead you to internships and opportunities. This way, you are following a kind of not chasing, but attracting method. You are basically attracting the recruiters and the founders to you. Also, this works as a great documentation. So, again, if I come to like describing the benefits of uh, building an online presence or building in public, then you guys would have to wait for 2 to 3 days. Guys would have to be in the meet for that long. But again, just to prove the point that it all worth it, and I would recommend you guys to share it and like build. So that is the like internship and opportunity part. Now come to the how part. Okay, how to build it. So that is a long story and probably a great discussion in itself. But I long time ago I had written a thread on that. So probably uh, let me search it and I will be able to recall it. So this was the thread that I had written on how to build an online presence basically, and how to like uh, like not get the followers, but make connections, make genuine connections. Don't chase the numbers. That is the mistake that people do. I literally have the people, know the people who have 50K, 100K even followers, and still they are not able to get the connect like the calls, or not able to get the job or whatever they wanted out of those connections. So don't chase the numbers. Chasing the numbers is the biggest mistake that you can do while building your online presence. Okay, so let's come to this thread. And okay, so start from the basics. Building an online presence isn't optional. Yes. Like you guys may think, because see, because no one has imposed anything like building on an online presence. So we think that, okay, probably it's not a mandatory thing, but from a market's point of view, it's mandatory. It does make a difference between you and a person who really has a great online presence and people know him. So there is a difference, obviously. So it's not optional. And if you still have the notion, change it. You will know why in this thread ahead. Okay. Also, before I tell you how to start, I want to share some common positive and negative notions. So the first one is number of followers is not equal to genuine connections. As I said earlier, uh, the numbers you gain probably doesn't translate to the genuine connections. Okay, now you may have a question. Okay, what does translate to those genuine connections? You will get to know in this thread itself. So there are lots of folks who have 10K, 20K followers and still struggle in getting referrals and reaching out. That's true. There are many people out there like that. And it's because they have focused on the wrong parameters while building the audience, hence, no benefits of it. This is a very wide topic, but still, I will try to cover it in a effective way. Before I moving ahead, is it clear so far? You guys can react or whatever, so that I at least know that I was not muted, I was clear, and you guys were listening. Okay, okay, okay. Awesome. Cool. Okay. So let's move ahead. Post the second notion is that okay, let's come to the parameter part. So, and it's because they have focused on the wrong parameters. What do I mean by wrong parameters? When people say that you have to build an online presence or you have to make connections, they translate it into numbers. And for numbers, they start baiting. They start having unnecessary tweets. Let's say your niece is a tech. Your niece is related to tech, programming, and all of that. But there are people who start just to get the dopamine spike, they start doing unnecessary tweets. Again, I will not show you example here because I don't want to get cancelled. But you will be able to see those examples on the Twitter or LinkedIn as well. LinkedIn is pretty famous for those examples. So you will be able to see those. So and because they have focused on the wrong parameters, they have focused on the likes, they have focused on the impressions and the followers, they will not get the genuine connections. These days, the difference between the online world and offline world is very less. People do remember the people they met online. Literally, I know lots of people online, and they are as close to me as the offline people, even though I'd never met those people. Again, none of those people are are my girlfriend. So that's a different story, but okay, I need to move back. So the point is, people do remember you. If you bait things, if you unnecessarily tweet, if you tweet for just for anything or for the payout, again, not the wrong thing, but from my point of view, is it's not a good thing. So if you focus on those parameters and you will gain the followers, then probably you are not going to build connections, because once the people have a notion that okay, you are a shit poster guy that they should not follow and they should not probably interact with, then no matter what, no one is going to change that perception. Uh, it is highly important, highly critical with the people who are already very successful on these platforms. The reason, because those people are the successful people are mostly busy, so they have very less time to judge people. I don't know if I'm saying judging based on their online presence. So I'm not saying in the sense of judging their personality or something like that. Okay, so. So if they judge you that okay, you are not a probably good person to follow, then it will take you a lot of time to change that, and sometimes probably even that it will not be changed. So that is why always focus on the correct parameters, and that is like your genuine personality, your honesty, your work, like your work ethic and all of these things, so that you don't fall into those wrong parameter loop, because it's really hard to get out of this. And after that, the second thing is posting more won't fasten audience building, and that is true. Since the start, I focused on sharing the stuff that I built and sharing my own experiences, and these things have limits. So that is true. If you post, let's say I start posting a lot of things, then ultimately what will happen is the content of my own will just run out. I won't have the content to post anymore because I have limited things to share. I am not kind of any like blogger who can just who after running out of the content just start sharing about the family, what his mother is doing, father is doing. No, I cannot probably, I don't, to be honest, there is nothing wrong in that, but I don't prefer it that way. So the point is, it has the limits. The things that I have to share has the limits. So I cannot post more than that. If I start posting other things, for the sake of posting more or for the sake of getting more impressions, I will lose my genuineness again, and I'm at a square one. So I will then, if I run out of my own content, then I will probably go to Instagram or Pinterest, and then just copy paste the things, and will just start posting on Twitter, and people will know that okay, this guy is just a slope. After that, you are always ready. So that is the thing. Most common problem in my friends tell me building an online presence, what to post, I'm not ready. That's the catch. You have to start before you are ready. I started when I didn't even have a single internship in my portfolio, and later it compounded really well. I'll share what to post when you don't have any experience in this thread. So always don't think like that, that you have to be someone. As I said earlier, that you don't have to be someone to post. You have to post so that you can become a someone one day. Fourth one is I don't want to sound cringe. So there are people who have the convention. Very recently, there was a guy who was laughing at me that you just shit post all the day. So when I checked his profile, he had 7 followers. And I was like, I was like, even why? I just thought for myself why I was even bothering to him. And see, there is no problem. I'm not saying that I'm greater than that guy. But the problem is, we think that okay, if I post more, see, if I post or if I post something that is not an achievement, that is not something about money, then I would sound cringe. So it's not like that. Many people take an honor saying, I don't post it like you while being unemployed. So that is true. The fact of the market is, if you don't get attention, you don't get anything. That is the reality. In any case, be it job hunting to raising an investment, the getting attention of someone, especially a successful person who is ahead of you, is highly important. And you won't get attention if you don't post anything. If you don't ask for it, you won't get it. That's simple. Better to be a shit poster making money than a proud unemployed who has empty pockets. So probably I don't have to explain it. Now, how to build the audience. Let's come to the most important part. Do the basics first. Have an account with unique DP. The reason why I say unique DP because people recognize what they see, not what they hear. That is important and basic human psychology fact. So also, just keep your DP unique throughout your profile images, throughout your social media presence, like the same on LinkedIn and YouTube. I was not following it, but since the day I got a sale, because a guy said that, okay, I like your DP, that day I made all the DPs consistent. So I do the basics first, have an account and a good bio. And bio, what do I mean by good bio? Don't have a bad bio. That's the only way to have a good bio. So never, first of all, never write aspiring, never write like to be. Don't please, don't like these things. Even though you are aspiring web developer, aspiring software engineer, but please don't like it. It it doesn't give the vibe that you need. So whenever someone look at your profile, you have the aspiring, they are not going to follow you. That's the simple fact. Again, I may be biased here, but that's what I'm here to share. Now come to the second part, what to post. Your little wins. So basically the PRs get merged, the appreciation from the maintainers, your streaks and all of that. Here, please don't share the fake streaks. There are folks who keep on sharing the fake streaks. And when I check their actual streak, then I just found one green box. So please don't be like that. Just be honest. So you can share your little wins, and you would obviously observe a lot of them when you will start posting them. Your learnings, whatever you learned, same like that guy that I showed you guys just right now. So whatever you learn, post it and write a catchy blog on that. So if you have a blue tick on Twitter, I don't know, like if you can buy it, then please buy it. If you could not, if you don't, then you can write a thread as well. So not a big problem. You can write a blog on how did you learn something, what kind of problems you faced, and that's the beauty of Twitter, that people here are actually interested in the technical stuff. It's not like Instagram where people are there just for some dopamine or just for some fancy things. So here you will be able to find those nerds, those will actually read your technical blogs. And also your observations. We all observe a lot of things while studying, working, and share those. For many, it's a new insight. So it worked for me really well. Most of my tweets are just my observations, to be honest. A little of your personal life, again, that is subjective. I am a kind of like what we say, not very extrovert, but also not very introvert. So I do like to share things and like to hear from other people. So I like to share it. And also, since the day I started sharing a bit of my personal life and non-tech things, I made some really great friends. even some great users. So, so that is why you can share it. You can choose to share it or you cannot, but that worked for me. Uh, Once you post for 30 days, you will start getting many ideas to post stuff, and there you will never need to search for what to post. All you need to do is just to get started. Once it's a month or 2 months, you will start getting the dopamine and you will start getting the habit of posting things. And once it is started, it will just compound and you will see the results. There are, okay, before proceeding further, are you guys understanding it clearly, or is there any uh, question you guys want to ask, or if something was not clear, something like that? By the way, is it useful? Like, is it something that you guys uh, finding useful, or you guys were already know all of these?
Yes, right now I'm pretty convinced to have a tech account.
Okay, okay. Also, if you are
Yeah,
convinced, then if you guys are convinced, then follow me.
yeah.
Okay.
One more things like these things I'm not aware about that. So one question regarding this. So
Mm-hmm.
do we need that blue tick? And if it is, then which the basic premium the Twitter have? So which one need to pick?
You can have the premium one, as I guess. Like I see, I pay around 400 rupees a month, 400 or 70. So
Yeah.
that's not a very big deal. Yeah, since the day I was into the monetization program of theirs, then I make more than what I pay. So, to be honest, I never paid from my own pocket since the day I bought this blue tick. That worked for me, and also the reason why I bought blue tick because of two things. First is it give you some freedom to write longer posts and these kind of thing, analytics and all of that. Also, there is a second thing that is called credibility. So, didn't used to believe in that, but it gives you sort of credibility when you have a blue tick. So again, that's the reason. So should I move ahead, right?
Yeah, yeah. Please.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay, okay, awesome. So there are some do's while building the audience. First one, help other builders by commenting or reposting their content. And the second one, while commenting, doing or DMing people, ask specific questions. So let's come to the first one. So that is quite easy. Help people. So, and the reason why Twitter is the best place to make genuine connections is because here you are able to interact with people. You cannot do this thing on Twitter. Sorry, on uh, YouTube because it's a limited thing. YouTube is for the videos, and you cannot make that one-to-one connection with someone. But also on when it's about the LinkedIn, the reason the genuineness on LinkedIn lacks a bit is because there is a over what we say professionalism on LinkedIn. So that's why we lose the human touch there. But on Twitter, people are mostly genuine. I may be like biased here again, but I have seen that and I have observed that. So here, if you help someone, then it kind of make a good, great connection, and also they will that help will return to you as much as I know. While commenting, DMing, or ask specific questions. It applies really great when you are asking to a guy who is really successful or to some CEOs, some CTOs. Because see, never do how can I get a 515 LPA job and ask like my goal is seed and series A startup. So how can I target them and what they ask in the interviews and assignment, trial period, projects, or what? So ask specific questions before asking. Never DM someone like you have seen, let's say Ajit itself, and you seen him, and you're just going to profile and just DMing him. Don't do like that if you are not very great at cold DMing initially. First, frame your question. First, you can write it in a note or wherever. First, frame it properly. When you are satisfied enough, then only then send that. Again, that may sound a bit extreme, that may sound a bit trivial, but That worked for me, so that's why I'm telling you. Ask like, okay, coming to this one, be as specific as you can and see yourself getting answers from really successful people. And that really worked for me. If you be just a little bit specific in your questions, uh, the reason let's say what happens. I have these DMs and I get lots of these DMs. Tons of these DMs are there. So, okay. So let's say this guy. Again, I'm not saying that I'm rude to anyone, but how can I answer this guy? Hi Ajit, I am 2024 graduate. I'm looking for a job, preferably programming related to, but any role is fine. If you have any opening recommendation, please help me with that. I have 6 months of internship. If you need any other information, please feel free to ask me. Now, the see, even though I want to help this guy, but the problem is, uh, I don't know. Okay, the I don't know username would cause a problem for me or not, but again, how can I help this guy? Because it's not clear. This guy simply mentioned, please help me with that. So how can I help you? Do I have to refer him? Do I have to ask some question to him? Or what kind of help I can do? Like, so it will take some of my mental uh bandwidth to do that. And it's a bit comparatively hard for me. Now imagine this is me who has just 12,000 followers. Now imagine someone with 100K followers. Do you think that guy will wait for you to what we say will wait for you and will do all that hard work for you to find and ask you the questions, and then he will help you? Probably not, because no one have that time to go through. So even though they want to help, but because you have not asked a specific question, you will lose it. You will lose the opportunity. So that is why always frame your questions first and then ask it. You have a very limited window these days. If someone's really successful, I'm not saying that I am successful. Again, I'm not. But if there are folks who have millions of followers and you are DMing them, then they are obviously successful. So if they are the one and if you have a chance to get 3 seconds of their attention, but just because you have asked a very general question, you have lost it. Those 3 seconds of attention could have changed your life. Honestly, and it has happened to a lot of people, even to me. There were some people who replied to my DMs and they guided me at the right time. So that's probably why I am whatever I am. So the point is always uh, understand this point. No, the people who are really successful, they have very less time and make the very less attention for the others. So make the best of it. Let's come to uh, this list. Okay. I got this lovable CEO. Okay, that was again. Don't. There are some don'ts while building the audience. Never rage bait again for a couple of dollars. When successful people see you doing that, they lose interest and tag you as a sit poster. So, as I mentioned earlier, it happens. People do notice, and people do mentally blacklist you. The second thing is know your limits. Don't involve in hate controversies and don't unnecessarily offend others. So even though there are times when there are kind of takes on Twitter or on social media that boil my blood, but I just hold myself and I don't involve in those. So that is always the best approach. Even though you get some followers, you made a loss for the longer run. So that's true. Don't DM hi, hello, please help to the people you take inspiration from. That is the same thing. Attention is the most important thing in this market. Attention from a successful figure can change your life overnight. But imagine you send a hi to a CEO of a company you wanna get in. She opens up your DM and sees that your whatever hi. That's it. You lost the opportunity to change your life, and most successful people are too busy to give you a second chance, and that is true. No one will look at your DM the second time. So consider those 3 seconds of the attention as the life-changing opportunity and make it count. Be specific, show the impact. I never send more than 4 lines. Also, I have already written the most common ones so that I don't dig a well when I'm thirsty. And what do I mean by that? Uh, I mostly have a common template of the cold DM that I mostly do. That is like, hi, and this is my portfolio, something like that. And so always have it in the first place so that you don't have to craft it at the time someone has asked you to DM. Those 4 lines make them curious enough to talk further, and that's the goal. Okay, come to the fourth part. Don't post out of niche things, especially when you are new. So that is really important. The way social media algorithm works is whenever you post something, it shows that thing to your initial followers, to your initial audience. So if that audience is interested in your content, whatever you have posted, only then it will recommend your content to other people. So let's say one day you are posting about WebRTC and Node.js, and on the second day you are posting about how to make Rajma Chawal. So now imagine the audience you have are tech related, and that audience is expecting you some sort of tech stuff. So if you show them how to make Rajma Chawal, again, you can say that why does people like Amitabh Bachchan and like other celebrities can do this thing? They can post anything. So the answer is you are not Amitabh Bachchan. That is the simple thing, and I'm not the celebrity. So until or unless we are a celebrity, we have to keep this thing in our mind. We should not go out of a niche, and we don't have to do these things. In these days, I post anything, to be honest, but I didn't used to when I was new because initial audience matters a lot. You should initially, you don't have to focus on the millions of followers. Just have those initial 100 or 200 people who genuinely love the content, whatever you post, whatever you build, and that's all you need to get the thousands, or millions, or even billions. So be niche focused initially. I think when we start, we should keep our online presence in just one direction so that similar people can connect with you fast. Don't share how good of a Rajma you make if you are attracting the folks who are good at distributed systems. I do many unrelated things these days, so that's the same. Don't lose your original self. Making mistakes is okay. Be original. Don't fake anything for some numbers. Don't try to fake your presence. Don't try to fake your experience. Don't try to show that you are some sort of Elon Musk when you are not. And you will love building audience when you are genuine and will meet the genuine people. That's all. Experiment and learn. Also, whatever I have said, whatever I have explained, it's not a line on the stone. So it can change. There might be some better ways. There might be some efficient ways to do all of that. So experiment. Never forget this experiment part. You might end up learning something that even I don't know. So that's why experiment on your own, have build your own hypotheses. Like, okay, this kind of thing may work, and test those hypotheses. Again, don't make hypotheses for the rage baits. I'm not a big fan of writing long. Okay, so it's all of that, and so here is a comment of Striver. Many people on social media nowadays with 30 to 10 to 30K, some with lakhs on Instagram, but hardly anyone knows them. So that is a reality. And to be honest, I like Striver for and not just because there are many reasons, but there are a couple of reasons that Striver is a great guy who understand the audience and also who understand the things from the fundamentals, like the customers, the audience, and all of that. And he knows the market, and and most importantly, he built everything on top of honesty. So there's nothing like fear mongering. There's nothing like just showing people fake dreams and then selling something. So to be honest, I like this guy. Just shout out. Okay. So now let's come back to the original, or come back to the meat. And now you guys can share what you guys did learn, or also did you guys find it useful, and if there is anything that was not clear. So feel free to go ahead till I'm having some water.
Yeah, the frequency of a post, and can you please explain more about the how to cold email or cold
Mhm.
DM? How?
Uh, are there two questions, like how to, what should be the frequency of
Yeah,
post, and
two
how to
two
DM?
questions. Two
Okay.
questions.
Okay. So the first thing, like how, what should be the frequency? So there is no such thing as frequency, but again, you shouldn't be posting every minute. That would be annoying. So I mostly post it whenever I want. So I mean that's a natural difference. That's a natural break you will have. So I post whenever I have time. So whenever I just take a break, whenever I get something done, then I post it. So it naturally, there is a gap between 1 hour to 2 to 3 hours. So you can follow that if that work for you. And coming to the second one, how to cold DM, how to cold email. So uh, the first thing is always be specific as much as you can. So, if you are, the most common cold DM we do is for the job or for the internship, something like that. So, in that case, what you do is you just cold DM, like what I do is I mostly do hi and whatever is the name of that person. I'm Ajeet and I'm founder of Opensox AI, and previously to this company and been a contributor at this organization. Here is my portfolio. I would love to join the team of XYZ. And I send my portfolio, and my portfolio is basically GitHub Gist. So let me just show you if you guys wanna. Uh, Wait a second. Okay. I hope my phone number is not mentioned in that. Even though it is mentioned, I don't know whether I will share this video on. अरे यार, there was a separate tab for this. Okay. Okay, so this is my portfolio, and that's what I share to most people. That I'm Ajit. This is just a brief introduction, and the reason why I haven't built any fancy Next.js app as a portfolio, because it is too much of of an effort. So it is simple, just one page uh, portfolio, just one line thing. I don't have to say I implemented enhances or those heavy words like resume. So it's all crisp and simple. I didn't, just one liner things, the projects and some of my readings as well. So that's all about my portfolio, and that's what I mostly share. So this is the cold DM I do, and most of the times I get the reply. I mean, most of the times means on an average 10% is the reply rate.